Hello, 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 gorgeous Virgo friends. My name is Katerina Barrie. Welcome to the 2024 forecast for Virgo. Now, if you are a sun sign Virgo, which if you're not super advanced in the realm of astrology, then perhaps you say that I'm a Virgo, and that's perfect, okay? So you're in the right place. But if you are a little bit more advanced and if you have some Virgo placements in your chart, then this is also the right place for you, but please use this information as it applies to the correct placements if you're using it for that. So I'm very excited to get started. I'm a little bit intimidated by the sign of Virgo because you guys are such a pinnacle of excellence when it comes to embodying the principles that you behold. And I am honored and a little bit nervous to deliver the messages that come through. I personally, in my life, have been blessed to have many Virgo friends and acquaintances and colleagues, and I've had a couple Virgo relationship partners as well. So your sign honestly fascinates me. Now, a little bit of a background. I am a psychic. I'm gonna get a little bit more into that in the coming minutes. But my sun placement is Gemini, and Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. And we share this kind of a very keen sense of perception when it comes to understanding things very deeply. And my Virgo friends are very profound thinkers. They are masters of their craft. They are extremely punctual. They are beautifully organized, and I admire that. And I will be honest, parts of me almost envy that, because that is quite beyond the level of what's typically acceptable as average. So you guys are the embodiment of excellence, and it is my absolute honor to read for you tonight. So a little bit about the ethics of how I do this thing. So I'm a professional psychic. I've been practicing this craft for nearly a decade at this point, and I have been reading for clients professionally for about 5 years now. So one of the most important things to announce for me as I expose my audiences to this work is that I don't practice fortune telling. I am not a fortune teller. I don't really believe in that. I believe that we have an ability, an innate ability, a gift to decide what kind of a future that we want to pursue. Now, of course, that's not effortless. It involves a great deal of risk and a great deal of determination, a great deal of often sacrifice. You know, you see two different paths. A path that is known, something that you're comfortable with, and a path that is unknown, something that you greatly desire, but there is no guarantee. And that's part of human experience. There, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, there is no other power that can foretell on your behalf. You have what it takes to determine what kind of course that you want to take in this life. And I want to honor that with my work. So what is this about then? If it's not fortune telling, then what is it? Well, my work is all about harnessing the wisdom that is available in the present moment. And this wisdom, it can apply to your past. It can allow you to let go of some of the stories that no longer serve you. And this work, it can also help you shape up your future with your deciding factor of your free will. Very much involved in it. Now, I share advice in my readings. I am pretty straightforward, as my clients will probably tell you. I don't hold back. I'm not trying to make this pleasant. I'm trying to make sure that it is helpful. And this is why this reading is a gift from me, is I am using my gifts to share this perspective with you, and I'm not holding back. And you have the power and the will to take it as you see fit and leave what doesn't resonate and take on what does resonate and make your decisions accordingly. Now, you guys, I'm gonna say a couple words about an opportunity to work with me for the entire year of 2024 at the very end of the reading. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna start with some tarot cards. Now, I have been practicing tarot for over a decade, nearly a decade, over a decade. I have to say it's been a journey, and one of the key aspects of learning what tarot represents has been keeping an open mind and being available to admitting that once you feel like you know a certain depth of an understanding, you have to be open to accept a deeper truth. So I am very excited to start on this note with you guys. So Virgo, my friends, we have the first card, which is the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so we're gonna go over these one by one. One of the messages coming through here is needing to find greater balance between what you believe to be your absolute best and what is coming available, what is becoming even greater, a new path. And you know what? This is a little bit of a complicated message, and I feel like we should dive into it a little deeper later on, but I have to say this right off the bat. It's almost like there's a little bit of an energy of settling. Something along the lines of, but I thought this was the best I could ever achieve. And you're already on this timeline. This is an interesting message. It hasn't come through for any other signs, and I'm a little startled. I'm gonna be honest. So let's just stay here for a second, okay? So Virgo, the first message, I thought I would kind of lay the cards out and dive into them a little deeper afterwards, but it seems like we need to get to it, you know? So let's do that. So the first message coming through, you know, it's very stark. It's kind of shocking. I haven't seen it for any other signs. But Virgo, your first message is it's almost like you're holding yourself back a little. It's like a little bit of a saving best for the last. And that's going to make sense to those of you who resonate with this message. You're giving it your best, but you're saving the very best for the last. And something that's coming through very strongly is that you're in charge of the show. You're in charge of the sequence. You're in charge of when the best comes around. It's almost like you're holding yourself back. You're saying I'm saving the best for the last, but you know, I'm getting a very profound and difficult message, and I hope I have the right language to deliver this message because it's very important. You're not saving the best for the last. You're holding the best back because you guys, I want to say it correctly because I don't want it to be misinterpreted, but you're trying not to outshine other people. You're trying not to be too much of yourself. You're holding back, not because you think you're too much, but because you think other people around you may not be quite as gifted, quite as brilliant. And this is a little bit of a difficult rite of passage, and something that is coming through here is that you have to understand that when you outshine others, you serve as an inspiration for someone else out there. Your shine inspires someone else to grow beyond themselves. So you being a brighter shine than other people in your proximity, it doesn't stifle people. It actually inspires those around you who have been waiting for permission to light up their spark. But when you hold yourself back, when you dim yourself down to the lowest, nothing really happens. You don't manifest what you were here to bring. And as to the people that you were afraid that you were going to outshine, they don't really even get an inspiration to shine at all. So one of the things that I would like to share with you Virgos tonight is that you shining at your absolute brightest, it inspires people to turn on their light. And yes, it 100% can be extremely intimidating to others because you are brilliant. But at the same time, it inspires them to strive for more. It inspires them to evolve and to become something more than they already are. You challenge people. You challenge people around you. You challenge people who aspire to be something, and you ignite their spark. And to those who have been pursuing their dream and perhaps they feel a little intimidated by you, there is more to strive for. There is more to overcome. There is more to assert. There is more to manifest. So Virgo, I just want to tell you, when you feel like you are outshining someone, perhaps it is the time to turn it on even more and to allow yourself to be a beacon, okay? One of my spiritual mentors years ago has told me, does the lighthouse come to the ship, or does the ship orient itself around the lighthouse? And I thought about it. And I was like, well, the lighthouse doesn't come to the ship, but the light, the light comes to the ship, right? Because it's the lighthouse and it's beaming the light. But the ship orients itself around that light. Virgo, you're the lighthouse. You're not the ship. The ship sees your light and comes towards you. Or not towards you, right? You are the lighthouse. Your light guides other people. They may not be coming towards it. It may not be their path. They may be going completely differently. They may be avoiding that area altogether. They may see your light and they may be like, that's not the shore that I want to board at, right? But you are the lighthouse. You don't go to other people. Other people come to you. And your light, the clearer you shine it, okay? The more clear that you are about who you are and what you have to offer, the more you give guidance to the ships, because some ships, they're like, that's where I'm docking. That is my place. And some ships may be like, that's not my place. That's the shore I want to avoid. And you know what, Virgos, as grounded as you are, I have to say, this is welcome guidance for you, because I know that you guys know that there are certain ships that you don't want to dock around your lighthouse. Let's just be honest. It's not personal. It's just that they are not looking for your light, and you're not looking for their ship to dock at your lighthouse, okay? So the more clear that you are about who you are, where you stand, what your light is about, the more you allow the people that have to pass, and the people that have been sailing rough seas, that have been navigating the most unpredictable of the outcomes out there in the nature, looking just for your specific light. The clearer you are about your light, the clearer is their path to finding you. Okay. So our second card for Virgo is a very Virgo card. So I'm wearing my yellow crystals. This is citrine, okay? We have the Four of Pentacles. This is the Earth sign element in tarot, okay? It represents grounding and stability. We see this character covered in pentacles. Pentacles are coins. They are the element of earth. And so with this figure, what it represents is knowing where you stand. And this is a very important quality for Virgo. But beyond that, there is this element of knowing the resources that you command, knowing and understanding the power that you hold over your material environment. You have, this is something, you guys, and I'm going to be very vulnerable here. My sun sign is Gemini. I am very airy, and my path to navigating the material world is a little bit more convoluted. But you guys, Virgo friends, you have this innate understanding of your surroundings. And you have this keen comprehension of exactly where you stand with what you have on this earth. That is rare. It's not mundane. It's everything but. It is profound. It's spiritual. You're able to form a solid foundation, and you're able to have a comprehensive understanding of where you are in terms of this physical matter. Okay. Now, you guys, all of these readings, I'm a little bit biased. I have met I would say, actually every single one of the zodiac signs as a sun sign in my life. And one of the things that I know about Virgos is their ability to grasp their surroundings and their ability to comprehend exactly where they stand as it concerns their resources, their material well-being, and their physical well-being. So there's something that is coming through for 2024 for my Virgo friends. And you guys are aware of where you're headed. Everything that you have set in motion for the year to come is cleared. Everything that you have pre-planned and everything that you have set up and everything that you have done the legwork for, it's available. This is a rare message. This is the first zodiac sign that's coming through for, perhaps the only one. We shall see. But Virgo, you've done the work, and your work is paying off. And all I can add to that is you're going to be pleasantly surprised, because some of the investments that you made with a faint expectation, with like a maybe it will work out, maybe it will not, like maybe there wasn't too much attachment, but it's going to return to you tenfold is the message. I'm going to take a little sip of water. Now, Virgo, I have another tarot card for you, and we are going to jump into another discipline, okay? So we have the Six of Swords. This card is about making a quiet transition. This is about what's the right word? Moving on, and leaving things behind. And I want to highlight the kind of quiet imagery of this card. Leaving things behind, letting go. Like, Here's an example. Let's say there's a tumultuous situation and you just want to get out, right? You're like, I'm ready to be done with this. And then you're almost done with this, but you're like, oh, but wait a minute, what about this stuff? And what about who's wrong and right? And all of this comes up. And the most important piece for you in 2024 is to get yourself out. It doesn't matter what the story seems to be like. You don't need to be part of the story anymore. If you are ready to move on, then it's time. And what's coming through in 2024 is that you're able to make this transition without getting any further more entangled. However, this needs to be done for you. If you still need to find someone to be wrong, if you still feel like there needs to be someone in the wrong, or you need to stay there until you prove that the other party is wrong, this message is going to be a little more difficult. You guys, this is maybe the most difficult message for Virgo. This may involve some personal matters in a way that you're not the only one involved who is telling the story. You're not the only storyteller here. There are other people and they have their own story. And that story may be very different from yours, and they may have their own emotional traumas, their own emotional difficulties. You may not agree with that, but it's a complicated situation, okay? You're given an opportunity to move on and to make this something of a lesson, a blessing, a release, okay? But there's also a little bit of a shade of, and like I said, I don't fortune tell, there's a little bit of a choice. If you make it a point to stay involved and to prove who's right or wrong, it may drag on, but you have this opportunity for a clean break. Why does this situation continue to be your story, Virgo? This may be the most important question of this reading. Why does this situation continue to define whether you're right or wrong? Why are you giving this situation so much power? Which part of you, Virgo, is involved in this situation? You need to identify, not for me, you don't need to tell me anything, okay? Please don't, unless you're my private client. I don't want to hear it, to be honest with you. But okay, but for yourself, if you're taking this reading to heart, you need to define why you are so involved. Why do you need to prove something here? Because really you do not. And the more you involve yourself trying to present yourself as a certain kind of way, the more you're trying to manipulate the situation. That's not who you are. It's like so below you. So how can you ascend past this? How can you gain the higher ground? How can you let this go? And that's my prayer for you. How can you let this go? Because you're so far beyond that. And you know that. And I know that. And you know, and I'm channeling. So that's not even me saying it personally. So, you know, we know it. We all know it. And most importantly, you do. And how can you move past this? How can you forgive and let go? How can you give grace? How can you set boundaries and not let yourself be walked all over, right? But at the same time, how can you not get involved? Because you getting involved is draining your energy. So Virgo, it's a challenging message. These are all the tarot cards I'm gonna draw. I have pulled a special deck for you. We're gonna pull a couple of cards from it. We're gonna see what comes through. And we're gonna wrap up, okay? So Virgo, let's see some of the guidance cards here. Okay, one of them is staying focused, hold the course. Another one is overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. And the last one is protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. Okay, we're going to go over those very briefly. Virgo, okay. I've had the privilege of having quite a few Virgo friends along my path of this life, both when I was growing up in Russia and my journey through my life in the United States of America. And I have to say, one thing that I value in you guys that I completely 100% relate to on a personal level is that you like the truth straight up. You like it raw, and you like it unobstructed by bullcrap. I'm trying to stay friendly to the social media terms here, okay? So don't judge me too harshly, but you guys like it straightforward, and so do I. And so in order to honor the sign of Virgo with this reading, I'm going to do just that. I am going to silence my people-pleasing ego, and I'm going to give it to you guys straight up, okay? The first message is staying focused, hold the course, okay? There's a lot of people that don't like how you do things because they do things a certain kind of way and you do not follow that way. Oops. In fact, you challenge their way with your way. And you do it quietly. You don't go picking fights. You just introduce your body of work. And it takes off. And it tends to do a lot better than its counterparts. And there are people that are truly upset. And you know what, you guys? The straight up part is not that, because you already know that. The straight up part is that you're a little bit uncomfortable with upsetting people in authority, with upsetting people that were your very mentors, with upsetting even hypothetical people that were your mentors by you reading their books. They may not even know about you, but there's this part of you that's like, I'm about to do it better than everyone I have learned from or studied from or even aspired to be. I'm about to change the entire industry. I'm about to turn the whole thing up on its head. You have a way. And that way supersedes every single person you have learned from. And Virgo, going into 2024, my rings are earring. My ears are ringing. This is the most uncomfortable message I have delivered so far in my forecasts. You're about to supersede your mentors. You're about to do it better than every single leader has ever done it that you have ever learned from. And yet your method supersedes theirs. And there is no one ahead of you. Because, like I said, you are about to supersede your mentors. That means you're about to go ahead of the people that led you, Virgo. That is really scary, and that's really exciting, but I'm a little bit under the weather, you guys. I know I have not said it during this live stream. I'm trying to keep it on the low, but like my ears are ringing to an extent that it's like I can hardly hear myself speaking, and it's like only intensifying as I'm delivering this message. Virgo, you're about to supersede your mentors. There is no one ahead of you. And all I have to say is congratulations. You know, you can handle it. It's really scary. But one of the things that I want to give you here is that you're about to be the mentor. You're about to be the one who others can follow. And even if you're not sure if you're comfortable with it or not, but you have to realize you have been a follower. You've learned what it's like to be a follower. You've learned what it's like to follow others. And you've been able to learn. And now, with everything you've learned, what you're getting through directly, it's not even about learning. It's about who you be. And you're getting this through, and it's coming through so clearly, but it's beyond anything and everyone you have ever followed or learned from. You're channeling this direct guidance, this direct wisdom, this knowledge that is accurate and correct and timely, and it's coming through you. So the biggest message of this 2024 reading for Virgo is follow your guidance above and beyond any other guidance that you encounter. Trust yourself. You're the one. What's coming through you, what feels intimidating, because it's like, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, you know, I don't want to intimidate the people that I learned from. Yeah, screw that. It's not about that anymore. This is like, that's the level, okay? The level that your channeling is coming through is here. In order to serve humanity, you have to step into the channel. You have to accept authority and responsibility that you may have only attributed to people far ahead of yourself, but there is no such thing anymore. There is this equalizing force coming through, and it's showing you that you cannot put anyone else above yourself. You cannot put anyone else on a pedestal above you. It's just not going to work. And this is being tested by you receiving the guidance directly that you would go to someone for, someone on the pedestal. But now it's coming through you. So are you on the pedestal? Does the pedestal even need to exist? Can you just accept that you're it? Can you hold that power when other people come around and they seek guidance? Can you let yourself be the lighthouse that the ships come to? The final card here is overcoming obstacles. We're looking at yourself. You're not your own obstacle. Your beliefs are. So how can you set yourself free from the role of the student? And this is tricky because you will always learn for the rest of your life. For as long as you exist, you will be learning. That's your nature. But can you set yourself free from the role of the student? Like, student, quiet student. I'm just a student. I'm just listening and taking notes, and I'm just quiet, and I'm just writing down, and I'm humble, and I'm the student, and Can you set yourself free from that? Can you see that being a student makes you a better master? Can you show up as a student as like, I am taking notes. I am a master in your classroom, and I'm taking notes because I'm becoming a better master through your teachings. Here in this live stream, Virgo, do you not feel like you are a master, taking in what you need to know and leaving the rest? Can you show up the same way in other classrooms as well? Can you not make yourself a student? Can you be, I'm a student, I'm a teacher, I'm a master, I'm all of it. I'm here in my power. I know my gifts. I know why I'm here. I'm learning. I'm taking notes. But I'm not just a regular student. I'm a master. Can you own that? Can you take that on, Virgo? Can you adjust your crown? Can you say, yeah, I'm always going to be learning, but I'm a master of the domain that I have mastered, and I'm a student ever eager to learn of everything that I do not know yet. Can you not lower yourself to be a student? Can you both be a student and the master at the same time? Can you not have to be this in order to be a student? Can you be a student here? And can you not have to raise yourself way there in order to be a master? Can you be a master here? Can you be a master and a student? A master always willing to learn. A student always willing to lead. Virgo, you are my inspiration. There is a ruling planet. My sun sign is Gemini. There's a ruling planet that is involved in both of our signs. That is Mercury. And we always strive for higher levels of knowledge. And Virgo, this year though, you cannot be putting yourself down. You cannot be playing small. You cannot be pretending that you are just a humble protege. You're the master. You've done the rounds. You've mastered your courses. You've learned your schoolwork. You've applied it and practiced it, and you have become quite adept at what you do. And you deserve some recognition for that. Yet, there are higher levels available for you. And in order to access them, you will have to meet yourself on the level of the master that you are. And in order to be student for more, you will have to elevate the level that you see yourself as a student to the level of the master and say, I'm equal. I can learn, but I'm right on par. There is no more lowering yourself for any reason whatsoever. You are gifted. You have achieved degrees and pedigrees beyond what the rest of the humanity considers to often even be achievable. You're subpar. You are actually beyond par, rather. You are beyond the regular scale. You are on another level. And so in order to grow beyond the level where you are, which is rare already, may sound a little counterintuitive, but you have to recognize how far you've come. And you have to kind of see it as it is recognized by most of the people of this earth. You have to kind of see how you stack up. It can be misinterpreted, but you guys, you don't have the ego in a normal sense of words. Your ego is a little bit different, so you have to look at it this way. You have to look at it like, where am I? Where am I? And where is most of everyone else? And you're pretty advanced, but it comes with the responsibility, and you guys know that. But you have to see just how far you are in order to fully take on the responsibility of what you got, if that makes any sense. And I know it does. I really do. But like, this is specific for you guys. This is specific for my Virgo friends, okay? You have to see where you are, because you are really far ahead. And you can do a lot of good for people. You can show them the way. Like, you are here, they are here. You can tell them, here's how you get there. Like, you guys you are the medicine. You have the map, you are the map. Like, you have to take ownership of being ahead so you can lead other people. I'm gonna use, gotta take a little sip of water. I haven't used any life examples from my own life in tonight's stream. Now is about time, as we wrap up, for me to do that. Let's imagine that you are a leader who is lost in the woods, okay? And so is your tribe. You're a leader, you're supposed to be ahead, you got lost. Your tribe was supposed to be behind, and your tribe also got lost in their own way. Now, as a leader, you may be wandering around thinking, well, I'm the leader, supposed to know the way, don't I? And I got lost. So if I call my tribe, am I not gonna get them more lost? Like, I better not say anything. I better just keep wondering myself. Okay. But your tribe is also your strength. You have the strength of vision. They have the strength of directions and tools and common sense and intuition. They provide all sorts of things. So your tribe is lost. You're lost. You got separated. You're lost as a leader. You're like, if I call my tribe, do I get them more lost or should I call them, right? It's a dilemma. You call them, okay? You call them because as a leader, anytime you get lost, you don't really get lost. You get shown a vision that benefits the rest of your people. And the key is you decipher it together. You find out the meaning together. You find the way out together, okay? So if you continue getting more lost on your own and you never call your tribe, that's a disservice to yourself and to your tribe. And if you call on them, even though you're lost, and you invite them to use their skills and their abilities to help all of you find the way back or the way forward, that is a marking of a true leader. Now, there's a little bit of a degree of responsibility, or rather this daunting consideration that what if I lead them astray? The reason that they follow you is beyond just who you are. The reason that your people follow you as a leader is because they know that you are the one. And what it takes to accept this, what it takes to call on your tribe, even when you know in your heart that you are lost, that they are lost, that you don't know better, even though you're supposed to be a leader, that courage to call on them. That's what makes a true leader. That's what makes a true leader, to know that your strength is in your tribe, and that even when you feel lost, your loss of direction may be a discovery for both you and your people. Now, this is a little bit of a mystical message. I feel like I can go on, but I'm gonna leave it there. Now, you guys, there is a way to work with me for the rest of 2024. The link is in the description. It's on your screen somewhere. And I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. This has been one of more profound sessions of my zodiac forecasts for 2024. Virgo, you are quite an inspiration, and I'm very excited to see where this new year takes you. I'm grateful for you being here. I hope you enjoyed this forecast. And on this note, I'm wishing you the happiest of holidays, the best New Year 2024, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next videos. All of my love. Mwah. Bye.